wanted to stay in Boulder County because that's where Rachel's job was, and because the schools are great and there's outdoor areas, and so when we found Deepika's place, it seemed absolutely perfect. It was on 3 acres, it was a nice duplex, there was hiking nearby, and so we went up and met with her about the same day I emailed her. I found her ad on Craigslist and toured the property and loved it, and it seemed like everything was going great. And then later that same evening she emailed us to tell us that we couldn't rent from her. She told us that it was because of our unique relationship, that she was trying to maintain a low profile in her community and that we would become essentially the talk of the town, and that it wouldn't be possible for her to have that low profile anymore. And so she said that she personally had no problem with us, but that because of that she didn't feel comfortable renting to us.
At first I didn't believe it. I thought maybe she was wrong. I thought maybe she didn't type something right. I thought maybe she meant something else completely different. But just after reading it over and over again, I just realized that there's nothing else she could possibly mean than what is obviously directly stated. We had contacted Lambda in April, immediately after it happened, so we weren't even sure what was going to happen. So we were like, well, this thing happened in the first place, and we need to see if something can be done about this, because someone can't be doing this at all, and we didn't want it to happen to us or anybody else in the future. And with it having happened in the first place, we were definitely concerned that it could happen again. So helping establish a legal precedent where that can't happen again is really more the motivation than anything else.
I think what's important in this case is that we are suing a property owner that has denied housing to an LGBT family. One in which the denial occurred because of their uniqueness. And by that, what the property owner is intimating is how they do not fit sex stereotypes because they're in a same-sex relationship. How they do not fit sex stereotypes because of the fact that one of them is transgender and doesn't express her gender according to what the property owner sees as fit. And that is unfortunate. LGBT people are in all of our communities, and we need to be embracing of all of the people in our communities. Ultimately saying that I am denying you housing because I believe that my standing in the community may be hurt or diminished is not an excuse. What neighbors think is not an excuse for discrimination. And what's important about this case is the impact that it will have. It's an impact that is not just for, as Tonya and Rachel explained, for their family, but rather an impact that will have for the community, about sending a message that this is discrimination that cannot be tolerated or accepted, and that we need to say very clearly that discrimination against people on the basis of their sex, their sexual orientation, gender identity, or their familial status is illegal. It's illegal under state law and it's illegal under federal law.